Dan Povey, and I've done one guitar video on this channel, and it's been my most successful video. For this being a bushcraft and survival channel, that's a bit of an anomaly, but here it is with nearly 3,000 views. So I thought, why don't we do a follow-up video? So today we're going to do my top three campfire songs on guitar. Now the first three that I played was more aimed for beginners, but these ones are a bit more tricky, so I suggest you go and watch that video, but watch this one first and then go back and watch that one, and then you can judge how complicated it is and if you can play this sort of stuff. All the chord sheets will be in the description. Ultimate Guitar. I do modify some of the tab myself, so I do play some of the riffs slightly different that we're going to practice today, and I'll show you how we do that. And without further ado, let's get on with the video. So our first song is what I was just playing there in the intro, Copperhead Road by Steve Earle. Let's get on with it. Okay, so Copperhead Road by Steve Earle. How does it go? So we've got a couple of chords actually. We've got D, G, you got C, and then you got D, but without the second finger on, so it's a chord like that, if you can see that, without the second finger. And for the intro riff, okay, so we're going to start with a riff, and you want to start with a hammer on, like this, on the G string. So there, you want to hammer on 2. It's all on this string, so you don't have to worry about moving anywhere. But this incorporates the D chord, so I'm going to ask you to play this with the D chord later on. And we'll go pluck it down, and then we're going to go on 4. So 2, 3, 4. You want to play that? You want to play it 5 times, alright? And then 4, open again, and then back on to 2, and then you want to go to 5, 3, you want to play 3 notes on 5, and then you want to go back on to 4, then you want to pluck the open string twice again, and then you want to go back on to 2, and then open, open. So that should look something like this, and I'll put the riff on the screen because I've got it. I'll have that a screenshot of that right on the screen. It should be over here somewhere. So once you got that, you got Copperhead Road basically, and you can split that into 2 parts. All right. So when I'm gonna play the intro sequence, so if you haven't quite got that yet, just keep going through it and you'll get it. I'll go through it one more time for you very quickly. So if you can follow the riff on screen, that is where it is, and there'll be a timestamp on that exact point, so you can just skip through if you want. And it may take you a couple of weeks to learn, but I think I learned it in 3 nights, so 3 nights for this song. So if you're at a similar level to me when I learned this song about half a year ago, then you'll be able to play it. So you want to start with the D chord now, yeah, and then you want to get your first finger, and you want to get your forefinger ready, because you're gonna use both of these to hammer on. So I'm gonna start with. It's the same riff we've just seen, so it's this. And that's how we're going to start the song when we play it through again. And you can also make this nice melody when you're starting the song if you strum both the D string and the G string. So if I go. That sounds pretty cool. The same riff we've just seen, so you want to just play that riff. And then you want to go. So it's part 2 of that riff. As I said, there's 2 parts of the riff, and I'll separate them out for you. So there's the first part, which is this part, and then this is part 2. Okay, so if you've got that, you've pretty much got the whole song, and apart from a few chords in the chorus, which are fast changes if you're new. So I'm gonna play the first verse for you, and you can follow along if you want on the tab below, the Ultimate Guitar link. You'll have the lyrics there. You'll have it up for you. So if you want to follow along, feel happy to. So that's what you want to do for the intro, and that's just the basic intro you can play. And what I did at the end of that was I played the G, the C, and then the D again. So when you're playing when I'm playing the first verse, it goes, well, the sheriff came around in the middle of the night, heard mama crying that something wasn't right. He headed down a papa with the weekly load, you can smell the whiskey burning down Copperhead Road. So that sort of thing. Or learn a thing or two from old Charlie, don't you know, never stay away from Copperhead Road. So you've probably seen me play this song in a video where I was with Keen, and I played it through there, and that's just how it goes. Okay, first verse time, and we're gonna play it all the way through, and we're gonna play to the part where the DEA want them. So let's go. Well, my name's John Lee Pettymore, same as my daddy and his daddy before. You hardly ever saw granddaddy down here. He only come to town about twice a year. Take 100 pound of yeast and some copper line. Everybody knew that he made moonshine. Little riff. And the DEA wanted granddaddy bad, headed up the holler with everything he had. Before my time, but I've been told he never come back from Copperhead Road. So what I did there was I didn't play anything for that bit, and then I go back with the G straight away. So never come back from Copperhead Road. But with the first verse, I'm just gonna go back to that opening riff again. So I'm just gonna go back to the. But for verses 2 and for verses 3, you want to be playing this after. So let's do the second verse. Let's go through that now. Granddaddy went a whiskey in a big black Dodge, bought it at an auction up in Mason's Lodge. Johnson County Sheriff painted on the side, not coat of primer, then he looked inside. Well, him and my uncle tore that engine down. I still remember that rumbling sound. Full riff. Well, the sheriff came around in the middle of the night, heard mama crying that something wasn't right. He headed down to Knoxville with the weekly load. You could smell the whiskey burning down Copperhead Road. And now I'm gonna go with that chord I showed you before, and I'm gonna hammer on the G string. Okay? So I'm gonna go, and then I'm gonna mute, okay? So if you caught that, I go mute it, but I'm gonna play that fast, and I'm gonna play that. And on the 4th time round, I'm gonna go. Back into the riff, straight back into the riff from this chord, but I'm gonna play it with this chord, so it sounds a bit different. It kind of it adds variety to the song. So I'm gonna go with that again. So headed down to Knoxville with the weekly load. You can smell the whiskey burning down on Copperhead Road. Volunteered for the army on my birthday. They dropped the white trash on you first anyway. Done 2 tours of duty in Vietnam. I came home with a brand new plan. Take the seats from Colombia to Mexico. Just planted down a hollow down on Copperhead Road. Full riff. G. So I'm just gonna, that's the song basically. And when I come to the end of the song, so learn a thing or two from old Charlie, don't you know? Never stay away from Copperhead Road. And I'm gonna go back on with the 4, and then I'm gonna play myself out. So let's do that, just for the sake of it. Copperhead Road, Copperhead Road, Copperhead Road. So I end with that riff and I play it nice and slowly. So, and make sure to accentuate that last note. So you wanna let that ring out. And that is Copperhead Road by Steve Earle. If you have any questions about the song, leave them down in the comments and I'll answer them. And we'll get on to our next song. Our next song is Privateering by Mark Knopfler, one of my favourite songs ever. So let's play that now. Okay, so Privateering. We've got the capo on 3. And I'll make sure that's on there properly. There you go. Our chords are A minor. We're finger picking the song. Well, if you want to finger pick it, I'll show you how to finger pick it, and I'll play it with a pleck as well. So you can play it like this, you can finger pick it, or you can play. I personally think the finger picking sounds better. So I'll teach you that strum pattern in a minute, but A minor, C, G, F. So A minor, C, G, F, and that's it. Basically how it goes. You can follow the chord sheet in the description. So I'll go through the first verse for you now. So it's very basic. So pick. So pick down, up, pick down, pick down. It's not very complicated, and I'm not the skill yet where I'm finger picking this song. So if I'm ever there, I'll be making a video about that, an updated version of Privateering by Mark Knopfler. And yeah, it's basically you picking it in A minor for the majority of the song. That's the main chord in the song. So I'll move on to all the different chord changes right now. Okay, so we're gonna start with the first verse. Yo ho ho ho, yo ho ho, yo ho ho, yo ho, yo ho, yo ho. Young's my privateer, see how trim she lies. To every man a lucky hand and every man a prize. See, I live to ride the ocean, G, the mighty world around. Back to A minor, little thunder and to hear the cannon sound. So if you see what I did there, to take a little plunder and to hear the cannon sound. A minor, G, back to A minor. So we're gonna go. I live to ride the ocean, the mighty world around, to take a little plunder and to hear the cannon sound. Now if you can get that, you've got like 50% of the song. And let's get on to this other riff. So it goes on after that. To lay with pretty women, to drink Madeira wine, to hear the rollers thunder on a shore that isn't mine. To lay with pretty women, to drink Madeira wine, to hear the rollers thunder on a shore that isn't mine. So we go F to C, to lay with pretty women, to drink Madeira wine, back to A minor, to hear the rollers thunder on the G, a shore that isn't mine. So you can see me on the fretboard here, if you want to watch the fretboard, or you can watch this finger pick if you're still having trouble with that, or you can skip back in the video if you're having any trouble at all with the rest of the song, or if you just can't find what you need. And if you still can't find what you need, leave me a comment and I'll try and answer your question. Or if I can't answer your question, I'll try and lead you in the right direction. Yo ho ho, yo ho ho, yo ho ho, yo ho, yo ho, yo ho. Young's my privateer, see how trim she lies. To every man a lucky hand and every man a prize. Live to ride the ocean, the mighty world around, to take a little plunder and to hear the cannon sound. To lay with pretty women, to drink Madeira wine, to hear the rollers thunder on a shore that isn't mine. Privateering, we will go. Privateering, yo. Privateering, we will go. Yo. First verse and chorus. You got to see the chorus there, so I'll go through that with you. So it's A minor, C, G, A minor, and then you just repeat that. So privateering, we will go to sea, yo ho ho, G ho ho, back to A minor. So privateering, we will go, yo ho ho, like that. And you just privateering, we will go, privateering, oh. You can read the lyrics, I'm sure you know the song if you're here. But if you don't know the song, open the guitar link and privateering, that's it cracked. I'll play it through once more. and we'll cut it up. People on your man of war are treated worse than scum. I'm no flogging them, captain, but by God I've sailed with some. Come with me to Barbary, we'll ply there up and down. Not quite exactly in the service of the crown, to lay with pretty women, to drink Madeira wine, to hear the rollers thunder on a shore that is And now to our third and final song of this video. We have got Long-Haired Country Boy, Charlie Daniels version. Now, the man himself has died this year, so I thought I would do this one. It's one of my favourite campfire guitar songs as well, and I really appreciate his music. So we'll start with the D chord, and then we'll go to D minor, and then G, back to D, to A, and basically that's the whole song. It's really not hard, but I'm gonna use the hammer on again with the first finger on the D to give it just a bit more like something, because the whole verse is in D. So that sounds a bit better than this. I just think that adds a bit of variation. I think that sounds a bit better. So we'll play the first verse, which is literally the D chord, D minor chord, and that is only for one word you're playing that, so it's a fairly fast switch, and then you straight on to the D chord for the chorus, and then to the D chord, then the A chord, and then you run back to the G. So I'm going to play that now, and then I'm going to go through the intro riff that I like to play with it, and you don't have to play that, but it is something nice to play. So we'll play with the first verse, and then we'll go back to that intro riff. People say that I'm no good, that I'm crazy as a loon, 'cause I get stoned in the morning, I get drunk in the afternoon. Kinda like my old boutique hound, I like to lay around in the shade. I ain't got no money, but I damn sure got it made, and I ain't asked nobody for nothing if I can't get it on my own. If you don't like the way I'm living, just leave this long-haired country boy alone. So that is it, the first verse and the chorus, and it's the same all the way through. And we're going to go to the riff now. It's the intro riff and it's the riff. Then if you're fast enough to play it, you can play it in between verses. And I probably won't be able to do it because it's October, and my fingers are bright red because it's so cold outside, but we'll try it. We can say we've tried. So get on to this riff. So I'm going to start on the D chord, and I'm going to pick the D string, and then strum down, pick it again, strum down, and I'm only strumming the bottom 4 strings when I'm doing that. So again, it's so D down, and then I want to pick so I'll do that again. It's D down, second fret, and then I'm still on this same D string, and I'm gonna go to the 3rd fret, and then open, and then I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna go down to number 5. And I'm gonna pluck it once, open, and then I'm gonna go to 3, open, and then I'm gonna go on the same, but on the A string. So it's and then so the second fret on the A string. So I'm gonna play the second fret, and then I'm gonna play the open, and then I'm gonna go to the D string on the third fret, and then open. And that's the intro riff. So let's play that all the way through, and if you can follow along, even better. If you can't follow along, just skip back through the video until you've learned it. There you go. One more time. People say that I'm no good, that I'm crazy as a loon, 'cause I get stoned in the morning. You don't like the way I'm living, just keep this long head country boy, and we're gonna go to riff. We messed it up there. I think you can give me some apologies, because my fingers are literally frozen off and I can't feel them at all now. All in the name of all in the name of fun, all in the name of the guitar. I don't know why I chose to do it on the coldest, windiest day, but it was only day this week where it wasn't raining and I wanted to make a video because I hadn't made one in a while. But if you enjoyed that one, that is 3 songs on the guitar that you can play. Even if you can't play them yet, you'll still be able to play them in about, I'll give you, if you practice for 3 hours a day, 6 weeks, you'll be able to play them. I'm not saying that I did that, but it is possible. And if that's the sort of thing, and if you're here for the guitar videos, let us know in the comments. And if you're disgusted and all you want to see is bushcraft, let us know. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm Dan Povey, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching the video all the way until the end. If you enjoyed it, well, you know what to do. And new website, so go in the description, check that out. If you're interested, I'll be running a photography contest. It was meant to be drawn on the October the 13th, but it was only 2 entries, so we'll have to do better than that. Everyone who's got a bushcraft photo uploaded on the forum on my website, it's down there in the description. And if you have any suggestions for the website, just let us know. There's a contact form on there, so I'll see you in the next video.